It's called Canfield Drive. Canfield Drive is the road where Michael Brown was murdered. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm here right now. I'm in St. Louis area. I'm in Ferguson. I'm a Lyft driver. True life, I'm a Lyft driver. And I feel energy. I'm a metaphysician, I'm a spiritualist. My name is Terrence Lamont. You're watching We Are Valuable Media. I don't exploit. I don't try to exploit. It's never been my MO, my motive, my modus operandi has always been to allow, because I experience the movement of energy, and there are times when this movement of energy is overwhelming to my physical body, and it makes it quite difficult for me to be able to clearly and completely receive and manifest. It's emotional energy that can be overwhelming. It's energy of light that can be overwhelming when I try to use my physical body as the leader, when the ego tries to safeguard my physical existence and starts trying to control what's going on instead of pumping the brakes and allowing God to take control of my physical apparatus so that I can be wielded. And that could also come through being a channel for Palladians, but for the most part, or some other kind of entity, some other kind of inward experience. I can control myself, allowing myself to be the channel. But right now, I'm controlling myself and allowing myself to channel divine earth energy, because the earth is beckoning me to speak for her and to witness and to recognize that Michael Brown laid on the earth. And that's what I felt. I felt the presence. And I looked at the street name and it said something else. It didn't say Canfield Drive, so I thought maybe I was not in the right place. But then I allowed the energy to keep moving through me, and I kept listening instead of jumping into my ego and beginning to try to direct my thinking. Hello, how y'all doing? Direct my thinking. I don't know who you are, Clara, but thanks for watching. So I was on the street and I allowed the energy of Michael Brown's soul to move through me, and it pushed this out of me. I was already thinking about making a video. I was thinking about y'all because I want to connect with y'all. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a video, and the thought form that I'm having, the beneficial way of looking at the world right now that I'm experiencing is about power. It's about how to get out of victimhood. The last video I made was about victims. It was about being a victim. It was about not being a victim. The last video I made, I was trying to give something and I was angry, and I was giving something out of anger, which is not bad because I was fired up and that was good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me giving. There's nothing wrong with me expressing energy. And that's the other part that I'm starting to understand, is the expression of energy through emotion is a necessity. You ever do that before? You ever clap your first two fingers together? It's still a clap. It's just as loud as a regular clap, but it's not exactly the same. But what I'm learning, what I'm experiencing, and what I'm engaging in is the felt energy, the earth energy, right? Because I am on the planet, but I'm also a spiritual person, right? I like to come from a super conscious spiritual perspective whenever I make videos or whenever I interact with people. But that's not always necessity. That's not always necessary. That's not always the way to go. In this case, I'm recognizing, I'm realizing, I'm feeling into the truth that I felt that energy. I felt that energy from Michael's soul, and the fact that he laid on the earth for several hours before anybody moved his body. And that could make me angry, but I'm following up. This is a follow-up video. This is a sequel to the last video, which was focused on victimization. So now we're taking it to another level. How do you rise out of victimization? You rise out of victimization by being in your power, not by creating something that is powerful, not by speaking loud, not by controlling, not by carrying a gun, not by owning a gun, not by believing that you are better than somebody else because of where you live, because you don't live on Canfield Drive, so you don't got to worry about it. Well, guess what? You do have to worry about being murdered, because everybody knows when you live in America and in this society in general, Western anyway, there's always somebody who's next to you who just might have a gun. There may be a 20-year-old kid who just went to a store a few months ago and bought 3 guns legally and then decided to shoot some kids. That might happen. It might be your kid. It may be a kid that you know, but guess what? I'm starting to realize all those kids are mine. All of them. Every single one of those earth angels, just like Michael, are mine. I realize that today. I realize that God is one within me, and I am those children's father just as much as the people that they called father. Just as much as the people that they called mother, those kids are mine. They are dear to me, and I am shifting. I used to believe that since there are no victims and there are no perpetrators, and since there are no perpetrators and there are no victims, and you know what, that's accurate. But in the deepest sense, we are all one. So it's just like me hurting myself. So if I don't use my conscious awareness, if I don't use my ego like this, if I don't step up like this, if I don't make a choice to reach into my own understanding of my heart, the belief that I have of love and security and witnessing the love that moves through me and goes out of me, if I don't witness that and I don't pay attention to that, I don't put conscious awareness on that, then I am the perpetrator. I am the harmer. I am the one who needs to be stopped. But in this case, I'm the one who needs to be activated. And I want to activate you. If you're listening to this, if you have anything in your heart that is representative of this experience in any way, shape, or form, I want you to know you need to speak up. You do not need to be quiet about your understanding and about your experience. If you know somebody who is thinking about suicide, if you know somebody who has a gun, if you know people who are in any kind of danger or problematic situation, domestic, school-related, teacher, a student, your grandma, your best friend, your neighbor, whoever it is, don't cover it up, don't hide it, don't protect people, don't be afraid to do what you know is right. We need more people stepping up and being willing to do what is right. Do not be afraid. You are important. You are important. Somebody is counting on you to help. Their body, their soul, and their mind. Somebody is counting on you. Today, right now. That's why people become victims, because we don't help ourselves. We don't see ourselves in others. We don't understand the mirror. We are all one. Step up. Do something. Say something. Share something. Even if it's a hug or a smile, be willing to do your part. This is Terrence Lamont. We are Valuable Media. I want you to exist more than I want you to breathe. And regardless of what's going on around us, I hope that you can live in nirvana every day of your life. Namaste and amen, my brothers and sisters.